Okay, you're in the finals. Got an absolute keep. Very nice looking hand. Opponent mulligans to 6. We get to go Slide Runner into Nettle Drone. Alright. Evolving Wilds. Opponent does keep it 6. And I was never able to see what my opponent messaged me in that last match. I don't really understand why I have that problem so intermittently. I think it's because I readjust the size of the screen so that it fits inside the record window. We're going to just get the cascade out of the way. But yeah, then I maxed it out again and tried just clicking this like 1,000 times, and it just doesn't bring anything up. So I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's confusing. I'm not one of those people that complains about the interface all the time, but there are a couple things that I've had some pretty serious issues with. The reveal hand thing, which I've heard LSV talk about, and God, this hand is very good, by the way. So it's weird to me that my opponent played Evolving Wilds, searched up a black mana, and then played another black mana. I guess just needed the double black is my assumption. Incubator Drone, all right. See if we get Miasma'd here. It actually wouldn't even be that horrible. It wouldn't be great, but it's certainly not the end of the game if we get Miasma'd. All right, no Miasma and a creature that we really don't mind seeing here, so that's fantastic. I don't even think I'm going to touch of the Void that. I think we can just burst right on past that worry-free. So now here's the time where you want to attack with the Nettle Drone and then play the Incubator Drone, just in case our opponent's splashing white. Although that seems unlikely with the Evolving Wild. Still, it's good practice to do it this way. So attack for 6. Just no reason at all to kill Skitterskin in my mind. He could have unnatural aggression, but whatever. Then yeah, I guess that could be a problem, but I'm not gonna play around that or worry about it. Nope, not that one. This one. We untap our Nettle Drone and pass. And now we have Touch the Void, Rolling Thunder. Our opponent is in some pretty serious trouble here already. Take our medicine. No play. All right. It's interesting. Play this. Buff that, swing with everything. Grave Birthing. All right. So opponent takes 6, and then we just Rolling Thunder them for the win. I am not worried about showing my opponent Rolling Thunder. Maybe I should be, but I kind of just want to close this game out 100%. I could wait a turn, though. Whatever. I'm just going to kill my opponent. Not going to look back. My opponent's going to know about Rolling Thunder. I'd rather just win. All right. So green-black, have to assume tokens are in there. We only saw one, but I only got the one Boiling Earth, but I'm not too worried about it. Dispel stops Grave Birthing. That's all we saw, which is not enough. Pathway Arrows, typically good in this matchup. A lot of tokens. Could actually bring in the Pathway Arrows. It's pretty speculative. It does also tap down the Skitterskin we saw. Skitterskin's kind of... It's not bad in green-black. No, it's not bad in green-black. It's fine. Let's hold off on Pathway Arrows until we start seeing it. We didn't see any token cards that game, which is kind of weird considering our opponent was green-black. They did mulligan, though, so they might have just kept a land-heavy hand. Regardless, we're going to keep this one. So, keep it the way it is, I mean. Interesting. I think we're keeping. We have enough blue spells in hand where I think this is a justifiable keep. Plus, we're on the draw. So if we draw a red mana, this hand gets phenomenal. If we don't, could be in a little bit of trouble, but we'll see. Just rip the red mana. No, not quite. All right. Culling Drone. If I draw the land, do I clutch of... well, red mana is ideal, obviously. If I don't draw the red mana, I think I'm going to clutch. I don't love this play, but I don't want to get ingested. It looks like we're going to need a little bit of time. If there's a mountain on top of my library, I'm going to be really happy I did that. Alright, Sifter's a good one, but at least it's not a good target to clutch. I guess clutching a Scion would have been an option. It's an unfortunate one, but nothing to be done. We took a slight risk by keeping this hand, and now we're facing down the punishment, so... This is how you get punished by keeping those hands. Still don't think it was a bad keep, though. On the draw, we had plenty of opportunity to rip any land. Alright, From Beyond's probably a problem, too. Really want a red mana now. Oof. Alright. Well, we went from bad to worse, so... Very sad state of affairs here. Guess we dropped the Ugin's Insight. I doubt we're going to have an opportunity to play it. And I'd rather play a Windrider Patrol. Yeah, we're in pretty horrific shape here. Definitely want the land. Not the one I was looking for, to be honest. Not the one I was looking for. Alright, we got punished. We got punished pretty harshly here. I mean, we were in rough shape if I drew a red land there. Now I don't even think there's any sort of shot at winning. I rip a land now, I can play an Incubator Drone, but I'd bet you some money here that Culling Drone's going to hit a mountain. Just to really break that heart in two. Yeah. It's kind of what I thought. It's a real heartbreaker. Alright, and then we missed, so that was a harsh one. Not happy about that. Guess we weren't technically dead, but let's be honest, we were dead. Alright, so same thing as before. Plenty of tokens to see now, so I guess we will bring in the Pathway Arrows. I'm trying to think what else I saw, though. Just From Beyond. That's not that... To be honest, Pathway Arrows isn't really that good against that. We saw Culling Drone. We saw Catacomb Sifter. Probably still bring in Pathway Arrows and maybe cut. Maybe cut. Clutch of Currents. Bounce typically is not going to be that good in a tokens matchup. All right, let's cut the clutch for a Pathway Arrows. I'd rather kill things than bounce them and get a creature, I think. Scour I could bring in for From Beyond, but I think we can actually beat From Beyond if we draw better. So let's see if we can't draw better. would like to play first. Yeah, I mean, we're running 18 lands for a reason, because we should be able to keep hands like this. So, really cannot find a good justification to mulligan this hand. If you're mulling hands like that, you're in some serious trouble, I think. Okay. I guess that's another target Scour from Existence technically hits. Land here, we're great. That's not what I want to see. All right, one more turn. Really want to hit that land. This hand just really can do amazing things with a land. Really want that land. There we go. All right, so now we go Nettle Drone. We're not going to go Touch of the Void on the Culling Drone. I'm also going to let the Culling Drone hit me. I'm okay getting ingested with a land now because we can Touch of the Void still. Didn't want to draw a Vestige anyway, so that's actually good news. Wasteland Strangler with full value is pretty depressing, but I can't do nothing about that. So let the depression set in. Let's see if we can't draw a land here. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. All right, let's take care of the. Would I rather get ingested or would I rather kill the Strangler? Oh, that's a tough one. What are the chances he has more ingest feeding? I don't think there's a great chance. In green-black, there's not a lot. There's Void Attendant, which isn't commonly played. Could have Ruin Processor, I suppose, but I think Damage Protection mode is actually more important at this point. So, all right, not happy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very happy, but you're not always happy playing Magic. It's just one of those things you learn real quick. Magic's not always fun. Sometimes you have to, you got to just battle through the unfun parts and allow that they happen, that it is, in fact, a part of the game. I don't like getting mana screwed 2 games in a row, though. I really can't lie about that. That's starting to get to me a little bit. All right, let's go here. Incubator Drone, go. That's even more excellent now because Ugin's Insight is going to be tremendously helpful. It also helps that our opponent did not have a green mana until this turn. I think that's probably relevant. Although a From Beyond with a Vampiric Rites out is going to spell some trouble. I guess we do have Boiling Earth, though. Grave Birthing, sure. Yeah, I just realized my opponent found another black mana. Just for Vampiric Rites, I guess. Demon's Grasp. Alright. It's pretty fascinating. I'll trade a Scion for a Scion here. I will make that trade, because we have another drone in hand, so... Alright. Taking our damage, getting our... 3 cards left in our opponent's hand, which actually isn't that bad. Alright, that's actually not that bad either. I think trading off our Scion is fine here. I'd rather him not get Vampiric Rites value. So now we're at Boiling Earth Awakened territory, which is relevant. We're also at Ugin's Insight, Scry 4, Draw 3, which is very good. Help to find our end game. No plays, that's good news too. Let's go, could actually Boiling Earth here. And attack. But I think we're just gonna... I think we're gonna Ugin's Insight and then attack. So scry 4 and draw 3. So probably don't need the Looming Spires so much, although I can play it here. 7th land. Yeah, actually, I guess I do keep that. Especially with Coastal Discovery. All right, we'll keep them all in a certain order. So we want probably draw Pathway Arrows last. Do I even want Pathway Arrows? I might want it. We'll put it on top. You could have some colorless stuff I want to worry about. So we'll do that, and then we'll draw... Well, drawing all 3 of these seems just fine to me, too. So now we'll play Looming Spires on a Scion, and we'll get in for 3. Sure. Opponent is cantripping like crazy here. So I guess he blocks sacks, gets some more value. Alright, so sacking this Scion, trading here. We still get to Coastal Discovery or Boiling Earth next turn. Or Invoker, which seems pretty good. We are drawing Pathway Arrows just in case he's got some big spicy Eldrazi we got to deal with. We also can go Coastal Discovery into Boiling Earth. Get ourselves a nice big fat 8/8. Skitter Skin. Alright. Can Touch of the Void that actually. Might just do that. Seems like a good way to deal with it and not let him draw, actually. Surprised he didn't play a land. He's got a grip full of spells, I imagine, then. Alright, let's go... so let's go... Land... Touch this... Swing for 2... Invoker plus Pathway Arrows. Does have a grip full of lands, but it's alright. So we're a land away from Invoker value, which makes me think if he's got removal, which he probably does, he's got 5 spells, I think. Probably just kills Invoker. Oh, he does have the Void Attendant. All right. Well, all sorts of value going to get reaped from that. But we do have Boiling Earth, so we've got that going for us. Guess I can just use Invoker on Attendant. I do have to sack a Scion, but I don't think that matters. Guess I could also Coastal Discovery, draw the land and just get to Invoker range. But guaranteed using Invoker right now seems pretty good. He gets to either use Rights or use Attendant, neither of which matter that much. Alright, let's just kill an Attendant, I think. I feel like getting that off the board seems good. You can sack it in response or get a token. Either one works. More curious. All right, he does that one. That's fine. So now I don't want to attack with the drone, though, so we're just going to sit back, chill a little bit. Because if I attack, then he can double block, and I don't think that's good for us. Still has to deal with the Invoker. We have all the card advantage a little boy could ask for in hand, so. All right, got the Bone Splinter's value. There's no other play. All right. Let's go Discovery. Get some card draw action going. More land. So I guess we'll go land, swing with Spires, pass. It's a lot of Grave Birthings. So block, draw. Opponent's getting some good value, no doubt. I mean, we're getting good value too, but opponent is getting some good value. I've never seen so many Grave Birthings before. How have we seen more cards than our opponent? That's actually more surprising. Triple Grave Birthing Vampiric Rites, and we still are deeper in our deck than our opponent. That's pretty impressive, actually. Really wouldn't mind seeing a token of some sort. Like Eyeless Watcher here would not be bad for us, and Spoiling Earth would be nice. Ooh, this is pretty good for us, actually. So I guess we don't need the island, so we'll discard that. Although, yeah, this is fine. That just seems right. Okay, so now I can Boiling Earth. Do it on a separate land, which I think I will do. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. Although there is sort of some reason to put it in one basket here. I do think, well, splitting up. He's got 2 cards left in hand. I mean, we're definitely doing Boiling Earth. He gets another dude. So let's do here. Because if I do it on here, I deal 1 to everything. He gets a 1/1. Sledgecrawler dies. So these have damage on it. If he double blocks, I lose my Looming Spires, but he loses 2 guys and he doesn't get to draw cards off of that. Plus I have Coastal Discovery. I'm going to split. Otherwise, I think he just chumps. I think getting multiple bodies out there is actually better for us here. I think. It just makes his removal worse. And I guess I can just swing with Spires and Drone now. Although he can take it and swing back. All right, let's just swing with Spires. So he can double block. I don't think he does, but he can. If I feel like because our opponent can just gain so much life, I kind of need to keep my drone back. So now I can Coastal Discovery on one of our lands. I guess that's better. All right, taking 3. Spoiler with full value. Or not full value? No, it is full value. I always do that. It's because it's when it enters. But we have Pathway Arrows, so this is kind of irrelevant. do have to equip. So we go equip here. I think we just play Firebird Swing. Gets a clock going on him, which is good. And then we get to use Pathway Arrows to lock down the spoiler. Although, I guess this means he will get to swing with the despoiler, huh? Because if I use Pathway Arrows, makes it a bit more difficult. But then again, if I tap down despoiler, he swings with everything. I take 6. It's still less damage than... I can also just chump block despoiler. It's an interesting dilemma. Guess I'd rather take 5 than 9. So I tap down despoiler. He can attack for 5, taking us to 6. But then I can tap down or crash back easier. I can also triple block despoiler, but I lose 2 lands. I don't like that. All right, let's tap down this thing. We are going to take 5 here, but I think this is actually okay. Because then we can go incubator drone, crash in, plus still be able to tap things. I think this is okay, actually. We're going to take some damage here, but ultimately I think this is for the best. Just crashing in with that. Okay. No play. Interesting. All right. Let's go land. I think we play it safe. So safe would be just crash in with these 3. Like I could tap that down, but we're just going to get in here. And then we're going to go drone. So a bit more value there. So now we go drone. And pass. And opponent's got to do something pretty spicy here to avoid death. All right, that's actually okay. I think it might have even been in our opponent's best interest to do it on the the pathway arrows, because now we can just chump despoiler. If he can get by both our guys, I guess we die, but that's just good play on his part. All right, so just chump block. Take 3. Sifter's pretty good. Opponent's at 7. Want to make sure we've got enough blockers. So I think the play is, let me think if I can do this. Play land. If I go pathway arrows, kill Scion. Let's just play this safe. I think the safest way to do this is get in with Firebird. We're just going to play this ultra safe. Didn't have to play the land there. Might have been better for the landfall on the Firebird. And then we just go... Could go Discovery. But we go Nettle Drone. Equip drone, Incubator Drone. And then pass. And now we've got all sorts of blockers as well as Despoiler on lockdown. I think this is the safest way to do it. Swarm Surge, that's... we're at 5. Yeah, it's going to be okay, I guess. Let me think about how I... No cards left in my opponent's hand. Also relevant. They are going to get to draw here. I'm at 5, so I can take the Sifter. So I think the play... Okay, I think I know what the play is. So I think the play is let him attack with everything. We chump block Despoiler, we chump block Mindraker, and then we ping Scion with Drone. We take 4, we go to 1, but then we're left with creature, creature, creature. We're left with 3 creatures. And a Coastal Discovery to attack with. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good enough. Alright, so we let him attack with everything. We go chump block, chump block. Use pathway arrows on Scion. He sacks in response, gets to draw, and he gets to scry, and he gets to gain life. So take 4, we go to 1. Got 3 creatures. Coastal Discovery in hand. Alright, digging. It's got to have something pretty decent here. Because he's got to, because of the Discovery, he's got to be able to eat 7. Alright, still digging. 3 cards in hand. No play, alright. So, I believe we just Play Coastal Discovery. Swing with everything. What could he possibly have for 2 mana? Nothing. Right? Not that I can think of. I think we don't even have to swing with the Coastal Discovery, but I guess we do it anyway. Just in case? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can't imagine him having anything here. Well, just in case, I'm going to swing like this. And then drop Sky Spawner if anything were to happen. All right. Got the match. Got the draft. Won an 8-4. It was a really powerful deck, so very good. Powerful deck. Ended up working out perfectly. Got the draft. Very close call in round 2, but we still ended up getting there, so awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Opponent's deck here was really cool. He went deep. He ended up going deeper than we did, so cool. Fun, always fun winning 8-4s. They're very challenging, so hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one, which will be another 8-4.